all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
You'll notice some new tunes playing while...
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson at the table with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Now, New York starting five. They've got Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Bridges in at the two. And for the Raptors, they've got Dick. Also Barnes out there. Jakob Poeltl out there with RJ Barrett. And it's Abaji in at the four. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Brunson against Barnes. Brunson passes to Hart. Poeltl with the block. Here's Abaji. Brunson defending. And the basket by Abaji.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Now here's Brunson. To the middle. Here's Towns. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Outside Dick. Pass to Barnes. Over Brunson. Barnes, it's good.
The defense knows that's where Scotty Barnes does most of his work, but they still can't stop it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic, and it's no surprise that Jalen Brunson is at the top of the scouting report. Coach told me Jason is a three-level scorer and a master of the pick and roll, and no matter what you do, you can't speed him up. He's going to read the defense, play at his pace, and try to pick you apart. It's always a chess match against Brunson, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Barnes. Continues to make an impact on offense, putting up 21 a game. Here's Abaji. Got a hand on it.
Good awareness from Hart. He interferes at the right moment.
With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space around.
Incredible footwork, BA. The way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
That free throw good from Brunson. Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough? This guy has continued to work hard every year and turned himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
Now here's Poeltl. His last outing he had 20. Barnes, no good.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And he gets the bucket.
That's a tough distance to master, but Brunson making that mid-ranger look good.
And so here is Toronto after the basket by New York on the other end. Pass to Abaji from behind the arc. And again, no good by Toronto. The Knicks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Down low. Here's Anunoby. The shot, no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Here's Abaji. And it's New York with a rebound. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you gotta turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game missing all those chippies.
And it's Barrett off the drive.
And RJ can play where he's mixing up speeds, but is also in control of himself. This is the kind of stuff you get from him.
Brunson with it, now guarded by Barrett. Bridges, left side. 11 feet out. Pass to Hart. Barrett against Brunson. Clock at 6. Over Barrett. And that one's good for Brunson. Brunson's got his second basket on the night.
Crafty and shifty. Those are two adjectives that fit under the Jalen Brunson definition.
And Toronto calls time here. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
That's a game they know they probably could have won. And had a few more things gone their way, they would have.
But maybe should have. The score doesn't indicate just how well they competed in that game. For the majority of it, they look like the better team.
Sims, he's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Anunoby. While we have a moment, some leaders from the real NBA. The real numbers show the league leaders in second chance points. Toronto, third.
You've got to respect the work ethic of these guys on the offensive glass. They don't give up on possessions and hit the boards with aggression.
Grant, you think it's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up?
You know, B.A., yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined, but we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch.
For Toronto, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. It's Barrett on the wing. Shoots over Bridges. And again, no good by Toronto. And Brunson gets it to go. Brunson's got 8 points.
Well, Brunson, one of those players that's just not going to be denied, determined to convert inside, and he does.
Pass to Mobo. Jacks up a 3. No good that time. For New York, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And vision, such a key part of Brunson's game as the point.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 4. Here's Mitchell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
The Knicks have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go after years of competing for championships and winning one. Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase, Brent.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then the last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. It's a bit of a reset in Toronto.
Pass to Shed. There's 57 seconds left now in the first quarter. And for the Knicks, they're shooting 45% from the field in this first. Sims can't get it to go. Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Mitchell. Can't hit it from 12 feet. The Knicks with the lead. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brunson outside. They get it again. Sims. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Sims has gotten his second bucket of the game. Barrett against Bridges. Outside Barrett. Off target from outside. And that does it for the first quarter. New York out in front. They lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Brady Dick out there with Scotty Barnes. Then there's Bruno Fernando. Then it's Chris Boucher. And it's Abaji in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Fernando, pass to Boucher. Here's Abaji. Anunoby covering.
And shows hustle and plays hard on defense. Wow. Towns sure knows how to keep his coaches happy.
And we talk about guys who can really guard 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range, and he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
Let's take a look now at some numbers for Karl Anthony Towns.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step."
Yeah, it's a process, Ali. Thank you. Here's Barnes. Following the bucket by the Knicks. Stolen by Payne. To the paint. Here's Anunoby. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assists.
Raptors trail by 10. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Payne against Barnes. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Inside, Barnes knows he has to fully commit. You don't finish against contact by going in there with half the effort.
Now here's Achua. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Payne against Barnes. Inside. And there's the slam! Dunk to finish it off.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Payne against Barnes. To the inside. Nice move. Towns can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 8. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling into the story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, a big story this summer was Jalen Brunson signing a team-friendly extension, leaving an unprecedented amount of money on the table, but providing the Knicks with the opportunity to lock in this tight-knit core and contend in the East at the highest of levels for years to come.
A team to be reckoned with. Shams, thank you for the report. Pass to Bridges. To the paint. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for New York.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Man, Pirtle's reach sure comes in handy on the glass. He gets to that ball and attacks right away.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Brunson outside. The three-pointer is down. Jalen Brunson.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Pass to Mobo. Here's the three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Brunson taking his time here. Outside McBride. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. 1 more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Raptors trail by 8. 1:44 left in the first half of basketball. Kicks it out to Barron. From the arc. Gets the three to fall. Barrett's got his second basket of the night.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Outside Brunson. Pass to Hart. Outside Anunoby. For three. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Mitchell, the pass to Barrett. And here's Pirtle. Back to Barrett. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Miles McBride picks one up. And a homecoming of sorts for R.J. Barrett last season after being traded to his hometown Raptors.
Yeah, he's played well in Toronto. I wonder if the offseason helps him settle into where it is that he knows he's going to start this year. I really like his three-point shooting. That has been much improved in that Raptor uniform.
And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
It's rebounded by McBride. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Looking at the Raptors spread, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, it felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, B.A. There wasn't a lot of progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett on the trade, and slowly and surely they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again.
And he drops it first. Well, Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
Olynyk checked in for Toronto.
Well, if you're a basketball player, through your entire basketball life, you're going to hear coaches harp on you about free throws. It seems like Brunson has heard those messages loud and clear. Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Here's Sims. The shot off that time. Oh, Olynyk with some nice D. Outside Barrett. Shoots over Anunoby. Barrett can't hit. Outside Brunson. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Knicks.
28.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. And trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, if you compare the assist numbers, you can see who's been the superior team. And they're playing a much better brand of basketball. That bodes well for them the rest of the way.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Gotta give some credit to the energy of their bench. The second unit guys are trying to make a name for themselves tonight. And like the fire under the starters, baby.
And that'll about do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Brunson in at the point. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
And the basket by Towns.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
Porter, the pass to Barrett. And out of bounds. The Knicks will take it.
New York ball.
And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Barnes against Brunson. Pass to Hart. Outside Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Birtle grabs a miss. Birtle's got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Here's Abaji. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Barnes making sure that his teammates stay involved.
Thank you. Skybar.
Brunson against Barnes. Towns.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And so here is Toronto. It's a 3-point game. And play stops. A whistle there. It looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Brunson against Barnes. Brunson passes to Towns. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. He's off on that one for the tie. Dick with a miss. Knicks leading by 3. Brunson takes it himself. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Brunson's got 14 points for the game.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Here's Abaji. Timing in. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Great pass. Barnes with tremendous feel for the game.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Barnes against Brunson. Pass to Hart. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Is that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, sometimes it draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more. And aren't we here with Brunson? This is what we expect from him, crafty and efficient.
Here's Barnes. Lays it up and banks it in. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Hard with it. He's picked up by Barnes. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. And here are the Raptors now. The Knicks have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Brunson against Barnes. Brunson passes to Bridges. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And rebounding the ball is so important. Here's a look at some of the best small forwards in the league at collecting boards. R.J. Barrett is second.
And their work on the glass plays such a key part in pretty much all of their games. I mean, they play bigger than other small forwards in this league.
Well, these are the 18-wheelers right here. Bigger and tougher. They are fearless when it comes to crashing the boards. And I'll tell you what, it really lightens the load on your bigs when you've got 2 rebounders like these guys at the small forward.
Sims, he's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Hart. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. The Knicks with the lead. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, B.A., that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Payne against Mitchell. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Bridges finds Achua. Outside Payne. Back to Achua. Shot clock at 5. Over Boucher. And the ball out of play. The Raptors will have it.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
Here's Shed. McBride covers. Payne with a double. Pass to Dick. Here's Mitchell. Boucher outside. Back to Mitchell for the lead. The rebound by Sims. Sims has got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Payne. Inside. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Payne just opening things up for this offense by moving the ball.
Raptors trail by 3. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
For New York, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. To the middle. Here's Achua. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That wide body of Achua setting the screen, then releasing for the hoop.
The Raptors shooting an excellent rate of 56% on the third quarter. Boucher finds Mitchell. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Mitchell's got 6.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
Payne against Mitchell. Second shot opportunity. And Achua with a lay-in. Achua's got his second bucket of the night.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Payne pass to Sims. And a missed layup.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. New York out in front, leading by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And we take a listen in now to Tom Thibodeau on.
Make sure we're talking on defense. Make sure we're talking.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Scotty Barnes is out there with Mitchell. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Mobo in at the 4-man spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Raptors trail by 3. Barnes feeling it out a bit. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Mobo. And it's New York with a rebound. They've led by as much as 10. They host the Hawks after this one, and that's a 1-game homestand for the club.
How about JB? Jalen Brunson, since that free agent move in 2022, really raising the level of his play.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New York.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Here's Toronto with the ball, trailing by 5. Mitchell against Bridges, uses the glass on the layup.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
And New York has possession. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far. Outside Barnes. Outside Barrett. There's the drive, and the layup is good off the glass.
Overall, their shot selection has been much better here in the second half. We'll see if the rest of their game follows suit.
Brunson against Barnes. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot, so he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Might have been a little force from Brunson, but he gets in there to get the foul.
Shooting for New York, Jalen Brunson, taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Brunson. And the Raptors making a change here. Both free throws good from Brunson. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Barnes against Brunson. Outside Barrett. And he jams it home with authority.
It's awesome to have a guy at that size be able to accelerate and elevate like RJ did there.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. 3-point lead. He takes it in. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Here's Barnes. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
I like the control from Barnes while getting fouled. Still able to get that shot off.
And the first one at the line is good. And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
Brunson passes to Towns, and that one drops. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Back to Barnes. Going inside. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Boy, talk about going north to south. Scotty Barnes is explosive.
New York leading by 3. Here's Brunson. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. Here's Abaji. He's covered by Hart. And the basket by Abaji.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Brunson against Barnes. Outside Brunson. Takes it inside. Brunson slices through the D.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Raptors trail by 3. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Here's Barnes. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got rebound number 7 tonight. Brunson passes to Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 6 assists now in the game.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
And the Raptors call time here. You look at Jalen Brunson. What a contribution.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
All right, let's get a report from Ali.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
And Ali, thanks. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Barrett. Colonel, pass to Barnes. Drains the triple. Barnes has got 7 points for the quarter.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Now a timeout called by New York. They're ahead by 2. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Mitchell's checked in for Toronto. Brunson against Mitchell. Here's an 8-footer. Hurdle with some nice D. The Raptors shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Pass to Dick to take the lead. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Well, the Knicks shooting around 51%. That's a good number. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
To tie it up. Here's Pirtle. That misses. And a chance to tie it. And the Knicks with the possession here. They've led by as much as 10. Brunson against Mitchell. Outside Brunson. Over Mitchell. Is rebounded by Barrett. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Brunson with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. And it's in.
Timeout. Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now a timeout called by Toronto. They're behind by 4. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Abaji. Goes up off the inbound. Second chance shot. And it's good. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And the Knicks call time here. They're leading by 2. There's 14 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
At the line for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
And he buries it. And that one brings them within 1. There's 6 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
That's his third personal foul. 15 fouls.
First free throw is good. And that'll put him up 2.
Jalen Brunson.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Now this is all from the perimeter.
Oh, did he? He did! And the ticket doesn't fall!
That's a big-time shot by a big-time player. Now they asked him for a 3, and he delivered.
Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Well, 4 quarters were enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And New York has possession. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. Mitchell against Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it down from distance. Brunson's got 37.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low. Here's Bridges. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
And Bridges elevating his game.
Woo! And the Raptors call time here.
If you want a free shirt, you need to be a super fan.
And the Raptors making a change here. Pirtle's checked in.
Coming Coming onto the floor for your
And it's the Raptors with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Poke loose. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And it's always great to see Towns in the zone, bringing a ton of energy to his offensive game.
Barnes against Brunson. To halt the run. And he knocks the jumper down.
Gigantic basket by Barnes. This guy's not afraid.
New York leading by 5. Left side Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Barnes against Brunson. Three-pointer. Offensive board. Hart. The layup off target. Toronto has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Pass to Pirtle. On the wing, Mitchell. And the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
That's the definition of clutch, hitting the big-time shot on a bigger opponent.
Sometimes it just comes down to sheer will, taking challenges head-on because you need those points.
Money!
All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. Oh, it's blocked by Towns! Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. Abaji's checked in for Toronto. Dick comes in for Mitchell. Outside Barnes, 6 to shoot. Pass to Barrett. Over on Anunoby. Barrett can't hit.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
That's his fourth personal foul. Second team.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6.
Jalen Brunson.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Timeout called, the Raptors. They're down by 7. And we've got 28 seconds left in the OT period.
If you want the t-shirt, I need to hear you at your very loudest. Who wants one?
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Barrett. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. And here's New York now. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Brunson outside. Pirtle grabs a miss.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
Barnes, no good.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
And so it's New York winning this one. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
We played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensive. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We can see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. So long, everyone.